Hey, how's it going? This video is going to be on setting up Google Ads conversion tracking with Google Tag Manager. I saw it in a comment. This really was something that was difficult to me, for me to kind of figure out. There's so many different ways to build websites. There's just so much information out there. So I thought I'd just shoot a quick video on how I set it up. So first, you need a Google Ads Manager account. It's usually like 50 bucks to open one up. They give the money back just to kind of verify that you're a real person. You need something to build a website with, whether it's go high level and ClickFunnels, Unbounce, like a landing page building software, or a kind of more standard like WordPress or Wix or Squarespace or Shopify, and a Google Tag Manager account. Again, ads.google.com, open up a Google Ads account, your website, whatever you built your website in, and then Google Tag Manager. You just Google Tag Manager, click on the first one. It'll be empty in here. You just hit create account name, your website, web, create, and then it's going to give you some tracking code. And then if you just like X out of the tracking code, it like looks like this, what I'm showing right here. If you need to find the tracking code again, just go to admin and then install Google Tag Manager. It gives you two pieces of code. Now, for your website, whatever you're using, you can just Google your website builder, whatever you use to build your website, and add head tracking code. And then your website builder, add body tracking code. And so that's how you can kind of figure out where to put these exactly. Most of them these days, whatever you're building a website in, has these kind of built in. If you want, you can leave a comment below if I see it. Then I'll try to give you information on like how I would add it to it. So first thing you're gonna do is grab the head tracking code. I use Go High Level, and so inside of like one of my funnels, I'll just go in and go to the settings. Again, it's like this is where you put the head tracking code and the body tracking code. You can just grab that to copy it and then put your body tracking code. Don't forget to hit save. And then once it's in there, then you can test it. And just grabbing the link real quick so that way I can show you. Hit test, and then a little green check mark comes up right here. If it is installed properly, great. And then we'll go back to the workspace. So now we have our container, our Google Tag Manager code on the website. And so we have a Google Ads account, we have our website with the Google Tag Manager tag, and we're kind of ready to go. So in order to run Google Ads, like conversions with Google Tag Manager, you need two pieces of code first. One's a Google tag, and the one's called a conversion linker. And so for tags, you just click on tags, you go new, and then you're going to name it Google tag, tag configuration, Google tag. It's just like such a common one that like once you click on different tags, there's all kinds of different stuff you can add. There's custom HTML, but Google tag for this one. And then tag ID, where do we find this? So let's go back over to your Google Ads account. This is a freshly opened one. And then you just go over to tools, data manager, and then your Google tag is right here. So you click manage. This is the tag. You can just click on it right there. And then this is the ID. Go back over to Google Tag Manager. You add it there. And then triggering, what is it going to fire? Like where is it going to fire? All pages. And hit save. That's your Google tag. One little trick that I do, I always refresh my screen after I put something in there. Um, just if you know, you know, just like for whatever reason, if you're adding a bunch of tags into Google Tag Manager, sometimes you'll be like all the way through setting up a tag and a trigger, and then you go to hit save, and then it just like doesn't save it. It says you need to refresh it and start over. So I kind of just by habit do that first. So just a little trick if you're running through that issue. So Google Tags in there. The nice thing about the next one, conversion linker, as you'll see, you just hit new. Just type in conversion linker. You click on tag configuration. Again, conversion linker is just right there. Enable linking on all page URLs. This is just really connecting your Google Ads account and your Google Tag Manager account. And then you hit save. Again, fire on all pages, conversion linker, save. So now we have gotten the base tags. And these tags aren't on the website. The container is on the website. So it's like we have the ability, but once we hit submit, we have to hit submit in order for the tags to actually be live on the website. So we're kind of just putting them into called a workspace, essentially. So the next one, we are going to start setting up some Google ad tags. We got, most standard common one is like someone fills out a form and then you fire it on the thank you page. So you like look in your URL for thank-you or whatever it is, and then you fire a thank you conversion or the conversion off the thank you page. And I would say the second most common is probably a phone call. Someone either calls on the page, you want to track if somebody calls, and you want to track if somebody fills out a form and goes to a thank you page. That's kind of like the two most common ones. Um, so I'll just go over to my Google Ads account, and this is kind of where we have to come. We go to goals, conversions, summary, and then we are going to, once this loads, create a new conversion action. And this might look a little bit different on your screen. I have different accounts where it's just like a bunch of blocks, kind of horizontal, and you kind of select it in a horizontal fashion. Again, this is just on Google and Meta. They always are trying to like change and split test the UI and their UX. So, but it does say phone calls on the horizontal one. So, um, and it looks similar. It just gives you more options. Sorry, that's a little bit confusing. But website, we'll click website. We're going to fire this one off of the thank you page. I'm just going to put this URL because this is the page I'm going to send traffic to. Let's see, scan it. Scanning your website determines if it's already set up to measure conversions. You may also see. So I haven't published this yet, so it might see it, it might not see it, or it might see it and then it might not see it, if that makes sense. It's a little bit confusing. I've had, like, again, this is just this day and age. You're going to see bugs. We've always seen bugs. I guess all I'm really trying to say is that if you run into headaches while you're trying to set this up, just know that just keep pushing through them. Okay, so we're going to add a conversion action. For this one, we're going to do submit lead form, the event form submission. It's a submit lead form conversion when someone hits any form on this page. And we're going to hit add. Oop, didn't see the end of the URL. Hit add. Oop. So it's adding it twice in there because I added, this is the website domain. So I'm actually going to take that part out. Again, because most of my other accounts, they don't have this same setup. But again, it's just continuing to push forward. Boom. Okay. Nice. That's what we wanted to see. Form not detected. We are going to keep going anyways. You see how I just kind of like submitted it anyways? You can add a conversion action manually, but again, we're just going to kind of use their web base, and it's fine to leave that on. So now you can set up a Google tag, email instructions to your webmaster. So again, you can, sometimes what you'll get is a Google Tag Manager on this. I'm actually going to restart this. Again, you're like, why is this guy restarting? Basically, like, he's shooting a YouTube video on how to do it and he's restarting it. So if you're going to be digital marketing, just know that you're going to run across things that are confusing and frustrating all the time. You just keep pushing forward. Just keep pushing forward until it is live and getting data and you're split testing something. Like that, I can't kind of say that enough. It's like you're gonna run across things that are just confusing to you, you know? And it's just I kind of want, I think it's more important to see like just you're gonna see different stuff. It's more important just to keep pushing forward. So this part for me, a little bit weird. Add a conversion action manually. Okay. Need to be added to your website code. That's fine. We are going to be adding. So this is more of like a standard, what we've seen for many years. Conversion action name. digital marketing coaching quote. Let's say form. Use same value for each conversion, different values for each conversion. We can use the same value for each conversion. I mean, someone filling it out, just give it a $1. You could put none. I've put none and it says not recommended, but basically to say like giving it, you can give $1 to people who value wise, people who fill out a form. You could put $5 to people who call. And so Google will see the calls as more valuable to you and thus will try to optimize more for it. But for this one, just for the sake of our demonstration, and then count every conversion. So if this is a sale, we'd want to count every single sale just to know how much value it has. But we can just count one. If someone comes and fills out the form twice, we just need to fire it once. And this is like a typical kind of setup for a lead form that you'll see. And then we can hit done. Everything else there is good. Okay, and save and continue. And now you can see use Google Tag Manager pop up over on the right. This is giving us a conversion ID and our conversion label right here. Conversion ID right here. So now we have our conversion ID and our conversion label. So now we have what we need to set up a conversion tag inside of Google Tag Manager. So let's move over there. So again, I like to refresh before, just so that way you can not run into some issues down the line. Hit new, Google Ads, conversion, form fill tag. You can name that whatever you want, it's just for your own eyes, so that way you know. So for this part, we're going to click on Google Ads conversion tracking. It's going to ask us for a conversion ID, conversion label, which we got. Cool. So we just need those. We don't need to fill out these ones. Triggering. Where do we want this to fire? Well, we don't want it, these kind of out of box. We don't want it to fire here. We'll look at plus. Where do you go? Thank you page. Trigger configuration. Page view, but some pages, not all pages. We want it to show when the page URL contains thank you. Thank you. We'll come back over here, boom, and hit save. And then hit save right there. And now we got the GA conversion form field tag. Now the next one is going to be a phone number, and I actually don't have a phone number on this website, but you can put, let me just put a button real quick, just so that way, a lot of people have their phone numbers in a button. Let's go call. We can just put our text as being our phone number. I'm not gonna put my real number just in case. And then this is gonna be our call. So we have a phone number inside of here, and I'm gonna click save, and then publish. We'll take a look at the site, and if you go and you right click on a Chrome, you can hit inspect, and you click this little guy right here. You can click on an element. So we can see that the link is TEL colon and then the phone number. So that way when you click on it, you click and call. So the TEL, that's how the link includes the TEL colon. So that's what I like to fire it off of. So we'll come back over. This is actually done. So I can just hit done on that guy. So submit lead form. And then we're going to go to create conversion. We're going to do this one for the phone call. Calls to a phone number on your website. Calls on website. Same value for each. Maybe you want more. Maybe a phone call, you get someone on the phone, and it's like, okay, it's better when people call me. Count 1, Phone number, exactly how it looks like on your website. Enter the phone number people see currently on your website. And then this is just going to fire when people click on this. So I'm going to go, it's going to call length by default. Display number, enter the phone number people see currently on your website, and this should be placed. You have to put that there too. And then go create and continue. Enter the maximum length the call needs to last. A lot of times I'll do 30. Create and continue. Use Google Tag Manager. See how this looks a little bit different than the other one? It's like, for whatever reason, they just kind of flop them. So again, just keep pushing forward. Here's a conversion ID and conversion label. So back to Google Tag Manager, a little refresh action. So in order to fire it off of what's in the link, we actually have to go to variables and we go to configure. And then it kind of shows you out of the box like what you can fire things off of. But we're going to go down and we're going to select click URL. You can also do click text. Click URL as what I use. So I'm showing you how I do it. So again, we'll go new, and this is going to be PA phone call conversion tag. Tag configuration, Google Ads conversion tracking. And we've seen this page before. We come back over here, grab the conversion ID, and then conversion label. And then now, triggering, we're going to go with the little plus icon, clicked, call button, tag configuration. Now we're going to go to clicks, people who click on certain things, just links. We're going to go to just some link clicks, and then now click URL populates in here. This is where we added that variable where before it was showing page host name first. Now we have the ability to do click URL. Contains TL, semicolon. Save. Save. And now we have our 4 necessary conversion tracking tags inside of here. We're going to hit submit. Edit Google tags. Grab that because you have to put something in the description. You can make this more detailed if you'd like to, just for anybody who's in the container, just to remember exactly what they published in the past. And then we're good. I mean, I know we're good because I've set it up a number of times, but you do, if you go back to the workspace, you have the ability to preview, so you can click through your website and see them actually firing. If you go back over to your tags, come like this, you refresh this, it's going to show inactive. You will fire these in order to troubleshoot. So like a call on a website, digital marketing form, you can click troubleshoot. Website URL, let's go to this one first. Google Tag Assistant, drop that in there, connect. Okay, so now this popped up right here. We're testing the form. I want to get better at meta ads and drive leads there. First name, Zach. Zach at Santa Cruz Marketing. 831 420 599. Send. Okay, so this I need to change over to go to next step. Save that. Publish that. And I'm going to refresh this page. Meta leads. Zach. Send. This didn't save yet. So what I'm going to do is just get out of this. I'm going to click out of that. So this should go to next step sometimes takes a minute to actually go live. Again, we keep just pushing forward. Connect. Come back down here. And now it goes to the thank you page. Okay. So we are seeing over here, this is the digital marketing coach. It's showing us like what is hit sent. And then over here, we can see what actually fired. Google tag, Google tag, Google Ads tag, Google Ads tag, and seeing the tag source in that container. So it's seeing what we sent. And if I come back over here and I refresh, we're seeing the troubleshoot went out. And then the calls on the website, we can just come back over here, clicked on it, so that should fire it. And sometimes they take a little bit of time to refresh. I come into here as well. You can do preview, which essentially preview is the same as Tag Assistant. So I didn't fire the form field tag because I haven't fired that in this preview. But then I go over to Google Tag Manager, I do the preview, opens it up, I clicked on this, and then I can see tags fired, the GA phone conversion tag. So we do know that it does fire. And then I come back in here, and even if this hasn't updated yet, it's like we know that it fires. So I would feel confident launching ads to this landing page and know that we will get conversions coming in. So I hope that helps clear a couple things up. A little bit of a long video, but I thought it would be helpful. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Good luck with your marketing goals. And if you have a question, you can leave it in the comments or reach out to my email, Zach at santacruzmarketing.com. Either way, have a great day.